Hello my beauties, I hope you're all well. Welcome to my everyday makeup look. This was much requested, so I decided to do it. I'm going to start off with a bare face, and the first thing I'm going to apply to my face is the Biodome Aqua Source Facial Gel. So this pretty much just hydrates your skin 5 layers deep, which is amazing, and it pretty much creates like a protective shield to work on right before your foundation. But the thing I love most about this is that it contains no parabens, preservatives or oils. As you know, I get a lot of pimples, so this just blocks that out. Woohoo! And yay, L'Oreal is so kind enough to give my beautiful viewers 20% off this, so I'll put the link below and the code is also below. Woo! Okay, so after that I'm going to go ahead and apply my primer. Today I'll be using the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Primer. That was a mouthful, but this gets my makeup, sitting on quite well, so I'm going to be using that. And then once that is done, I'm going to completely buff in my favorite foundation, which you may all know, the MakeupForever in HD, and there was something going on in the background there. So once that's buffed in, I'm going to be using my favorite concealer, which is the Australia's Full On Foundation, and just, spot treatment that all over my face, so, wherever's needed, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So as this is my everyday makeup look, I'm not going to go ahead and do cream contouring or anything like that, but instead I've opted for my favorite contouring kit, which is the Anastasia one, and I'm just going to put a little bit of bronze on my cheekbones and just highlight what's necessary. But I absolutely love this. It goes on so quickly and it honestly makes such a big difference to your face, creates more dimension. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and just a little bit on my nose, as you can see. So once the contouring is done, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows. I will be using my favorite eyebrow gel cream. It's the Anastasia Deep Brow In Pomade. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in my eyebrows. And I'm trying to use a light hand. Sometimes it doesn't work well, but just trying here. Now, because this is an everyday look, I want to stay quite neutral with the eyes, but because my day-to-day life is quite different, I do go to meetings or events and things like that, I want to use something that's a bit versatile. That's why I'll be using my Sigma palette in warm neutrals, and I'm going to be using a lot of brown tones as well as, nice peachy, orangey tones just for the inner corner. So as you can see, I'm applying darker tones at the outer corner and just completely blending it in with, more light tones towards the inner corner of my eye. I love this look because I can make it darker or lighter depending on where I go, and I can just carry along this palette with me and just switch up the look at any time of day. So just to make my eyes pop a bit more, I'm using the color Warm Stone for the, down section of my eye, the down section, that made sense, just to make it a bit more pop, I guess. And then I'm applying my favorite liner at the moment, which is the Benefit Real Push-Up Liner, as usual. So to make me look just a bit more awake and less like a zombie, because I don't sleep often, which is quite bad, I'm going to be applying the Eye Bright Benefit Eye Pencil just in the waterline of my eye, just to make me look a bit more awake and to make my eyes appear a bit more larger and not as tired. And once that is done, one of the last steps is applying mascara. I'm using my current favorite mascara, which is the Rimmel London Scandal Eyes Rocking Curves mascara. I feel like this makes your eyelashes so much longer in less, you know, swatches, I guess. I'm not sure what you would call them, in less, you know, applies, if that makes sense. It doesn't take too long to use this and your eyelashes look amazing. And obviously, I'm not forgetting the bottom lashes. Okay, so when it comes to everyday lipstick, I like to use bold colors and bright colors rather than dull ones. So these are the colors I like to stick to, and they're all different brands and things like that. But today I went along with my favorite one, Rimmel London in 220 Heather Shimmer. That took me a while, but that's what it's called. I absolutely love this color. It reminds me of, you know, the 90s look and a Kylie Jenner lip color, which I love. But I use, you know, a few different variations. I like to go with more red tones and pink tones and, you know, orange tones as well. So it just depends on my mood. And just to make me, you know, a bit more shiny and awake and, you know, put together, I like to apply a tiny bit of Benefit What's Up on my cheekbones just to highlight them. And then I just look so much more awake than normal. But this is my whole look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to comment below your thoughts or what you use on an everyday basis. And pretty much once that's done, I take, you know, selfies for Instagram, which obviously is a must. So follow me, Lilian Tahmasian, if you like, and I shall follow you back. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And also please vote for me to win Australia's favorite vlog channel. I'll put the link below. I'm currently in the lead, yay! So please don't forget to vote. I love and adore each and every one of you guys. Please subscribe. Bye.